Hi everyone, a very good morning to all of you. Last class we started studying vectors. What is a vector? What is the scalar? What is the representation of a vector? What is zero or null vector? What is unit vector? What are the three unit vectors we assume to represent the directions, well-known directions x, y and z, I cap, j cap, k cap. And also we have categorized the vectors can be one dimensional, two dimensional, three dimensional, and this is what we have studied. Like in one dimensional only either I cap or j cap or k cap will come, but in two dimension either ij combination or jk combination or ki combination comes. Also in each one, like in xy plane, ij combination comes, but there are four combinations: plus I plus j, minus I plus j, minus I minus j, plus I minus j. Similar way yz, similar way zx. So why these things will come like plus minus? Because it depends on the direction. But here the basic and the fundamental or the first vector is position vector. What is the first vector we are having in the physics? Position vector, nothing but displacement vector. Let's study about that so that you will understand clearly. Because the further all velocity, acceleration, linear momentum, force, all depends on this only. Like position vector or displacement. So velocity depends on displacement. Acceleration depends on velocity. Linear momentum depends on velocity. Force depends on acceleration. Like that, one by one interrelated. The very first vector is position vector. Or you can also say like displacement vector. What is that? Displacement vector. So now we are talking like xy plane. Let's take xy plane. Now xy plane means there is one x axis, there is one y axis. Now particle is here somewhere. So the initial coordinates of the particle is x1, y1. X coordinate, y coordinate. Because xy plane means there is one x coordinate and y coordinate. Now it shifted to another position, x2, y2. Now this is the position vector. I mean displacement vector. Right? But here position vector, displacement vector, slight difference is there. This is different, this is displacement vector. But position vector means you can specify from the initial position, also you can specify from the origin. If this is our origin, then this is the initial position, then this is the final position. This is initial position, let's take R1 bar. This is final position, let's take R2 bar. And this is our displacement R bar. So now here R1 bar. Let's take this point as A, this point as B. This is O. O means origin. 0, 0. Coordinates are 0, 0. Now, R1 bar is with respect to origin, position vector of any point in xy plane is x1 I cap plus y1 j cap. Or else, suppose you take same xy plane, x, y, but the particle is here, suppose. That is minus x1 and y1. Then this is your position vector. Then here position vector will become minus x1 I cap plus y1 j cap. So the position vector of a particle in xy plane or any plane depends on coordinates. So position vector always defined with respect to origin only. So this is origin. With respect to origin, what is the position? What is the displacement of the particle? And with respect to origin, what is the position of the particle? Like that. Suppose the particle is here. Then here minus x1 also minus y1. Then it will become minus x1 I cap minus y1 j cap. So that's why I said like the combination of plus I plus j, minus I plus j, minus I minus j, or plus I minus j. Like here, if you consider the position vector, then plus x1 and minus y1. Then x1 I cap minus y1 j cap. So you have to define the position vector of a particle depending on its coordinates. So this is about xy plane. Similar way you can define like yz plane and zx plane. See. But before that, what is R2 bar? Here. R2 bar is the final position. Final position. So final position means x2, y2. So that x2 I cap plus y2 j cap. Now, this is initial position, this is final position, and this is displacement, R bar. R bar is displacement. Displacement is nothing but final position minus initial position. So if you subtract these two, then you will get the displacement vector. R2 bar x2 I cap plus y2 j cap minus of x1 I cap plus y1 j cap. Here I am writing R bar equal to x2 I minus x1 I, x2 I cap minus x1 I cap plus y2 j cap. Here minus of plus minus y1 j cap equal to x2 minus x1 I cap plus y2 minus y1 j cap. So what is the displacement vector? x2 minus x1 I cap plus y2 minus y1 j cap. That is change in x coordinate I cap plus change in y coordinate j cap. So when particle is moving along one direction, like it is moving along only x, then delta y how much? 0. Y coordinate is not changing. It is moving only along x coordinate, x direction. So delta x will be there. So delta x I cap. Like for example, this is y axis, this is x axis. Now particle here and it went to here, where this is 2, this is 10. So delta x is 10 minus 2 I cap, 8 I cap. What is that? Displacement. But instead of this, suppose the particle is here and it went here. Here it is 1 comma 2. Here it is 4 comma 10 comma 5. Now x coordinate was 1, it changed to 10, then 10 minus 1, that is delta x I cap, plus 5 minus 2, that is delta y j cap, equal to 9 I cap plus 3 j cap. This is called what? This is called vector representation of this displacement. 9 meter along x, 3 meter along y, so that the resultant is this much. So this way the displacement vector in a plane or in space depends on its coordinates. So in generally what I will conclude is, you take a particle is at a location whose coordinates are x1, y1, z1. Now the position changed to another one whose coordinates are x2, y2, z2. 3 dimension I have taken. Then the position vector is x2 minus x1 I cap plus y2 minus y1 j cap plus z2 minus z1 k cap. So there is one I term, there is one j term, there is one k term. Usually for every vector there is one I term, there is one j term, there is one k term. But if the particle is moving in space, in region, then there is one x coordinate, y coordinate, z coordinate, so that there is one I term, j term, k term. But if there is a plane like board plane, only two axes will exist, either xy or yz or zx. In that case, either I term will be 0 or j term is 0 or k term is 0. That means, as we discussed, either the combination of ij or jk or ki only exists. So that's why in plane r bar can be delta x I cap, delta y j cap, or else delta y j cap plus delta z k cap, or else delta x I cap plus delta z k cap. This is xy plane, this is yz plane, this is xz plane. So depending upon the given plane, combination comes. Depending upon the given coordinates, delta x may be positive or negative, delta y may be positive or negative, delta z may be positive or negative. So accordingly you will get plus I or minus I, plus j or minus j, plus k or minus k. So this is the way of representing a vector. So representation of a vector depends on coordinates, initial coordinates and final coordinates. And final minus initial coordinates you have to take, like I have taken here. Final minus initial. And there is x displacement, there is a y displacement, there is a z displacement. So our conclusion is 3-dimensional, so 3 will exist. 2-dimensional, any 2 will exist. 1-dimensional, any 1 will exist. So that's why vector can be, I will show you. Vector combination can be like I cap or minus I cap. Similarly, j cap or minus j cap, k cap or minus k cap, or ij or minus ij or I minus j or minus I minus j. Similarly, j k or minus j k or j minus k or minus j minus k or I k cap or minus I k cap or I cap minus k cap or minus I minus k cap, or else 3 dimension. These are all 2 dimension. I j k or else I minus j minus k. Like in this also combinations can come. Like all x, y, z coordinate may be positive, or any one may be positive, or any one may be negative, or any two may be negative, or all three are negative, depends. So this way you please try to understand the vector representation. So finally the generalized vector representation is, let's take one vector a bar. So a bar equal to, there is one x component, there is one y component, there is one z component. For such vector, I mean a vector which given in vector form, the first question or first thing what we have to calculate is, what is the magnitude of vector? What is the magnitude of vector? See, a vector is having 3 components, x component, y component, z component, right? But its magnitude is not like a plus b plus c. Its magnitude is, the formula for magnitude is square root of I coefficient square plus j coefficient square plus k coefficient square. This is the formula. Just for our understanding, I will give you one example here. See, you have solved questions based on displacement, many questions. Like one question, let us take, a particle started at a point and moved towards north by 5 meter, then turned towards east and travelled for 7 meters. Then find its displacement. That is the question. So the displacement is this one. See, you will do under root 5 square plus 7 square equal to 13. Sorry, not 7. This is 12. 5 square plus 12 square is 13. But the same question, you can take the help of vectors, like first the particle travelled towards north. North means what I said? Y direction, j cap. So first displacement is 5 j cap. The next displacement is 12 meter along east. East is x-axis. So 12 I cap. So the total displacement is 12 I cap plus 5 j cap. This is the total displacement. Let's take S bar. Now we got the displacement in the form of vectors. Now if you take the help of magnitude of vector, what is the magnitude of displacement? Then what I said, under root I coefficient square 12 square, j coefficient square 5 square, k is not there, so 0, equal to under root 144 plus 25 plus 0 equal to 169 equal to 30. Same answer. So the question which you have done with the help of Pythagoras theorem, now we are doing with the help of vectors. But what is the advantage is, here you are representing the direction. Here what is the displacement you got? I cap plus j cap. So I cap plus j cap plus. So positive x, positive y. That means if you take xy direction, so the vector direction must be in between positive x and positive y. Because the displacement vector is consisting plus I plus j. If it is minus I plus j, then it is in second region. But it is plus I plus j. So plus I plus j must be in first region. Plus I plus j. So what you are able to find out is direction. Right? Now, here the vector makes some angle with x-axis. That angle also you can find where this is x, this is y. So tan theta equal to y by x. So here tan theta equal to y component means j, 5 by x component means I, 12. So what is the advantage with the vector representation is, you can find the direction. How much angle it is making with x-axis or how much angle it is making with y-axis. That's why when they ask about direction and all, then you have to solve the same question but with the help of vector representation. For that purpose, the vector representation is needed. So here vector is given and we are finding magnitude. But sometimes magnitude will be given, then we have to find the components. But in our syllabus, especially in physics, we will not get any three-dimensional vector. We will get only two-dimensional vector. They will give the magnitude and they will ask you what are the components of vectors. Here they have given vector representation means they have given x component, y component, z component. Then you can find magnitude. But sometimes they will give magnitude and they will ask you to find the components. So that is called resolution of vector. What is that? Resolution of vector. So that thing we will study in the coming class. So what is resolution of vector and how to find the components of a vector from the magnitude of vector, right?